If we're under siege, we better stock up on supplies. We should aim for at least 5 large crates of supplies. The weekly summary will have all the necessary information. Best to set aside whatever we can at the end of each week. Yep. We were extremely lucky to win that battle. We have lost most of our men. If not for that avalanche, we would have certainly been defeated. I know, we must really be in the gods' favour. We need to focus on strengthening our army. I don't know if I'd ever forgive myself if this castle were destroyed. What are we going to do about Ivo, Your Grace? I don't know yet. I don't know. No. Ooh, we have a couple new people. An old lady in the nearby forest needed help with wolves that keep stealing her chickens. I've quickly dealt with them, Your Grace. She gave me some supplies in return. Ooh! I think we'll need those. Your Grace, I've encountered a group of children in the forest. They were looking for the fern flower. Seems they didn't know they wouldn't find a thing this time of year. Luckily, nothing bad happened to them, so I took them to their parents and they thanked me with what they could. Some supplies and their words of gratitude. Supplies. I will take supplies. Your Grace, it is I, Torlando the Wonderful. Is your witch ready to come with me? Yes, she's ready. The witch will help. Perfecto. The witch is going to make all the difference. Thank you, Your Grace. I'm assuming, are these guys going to want their troops back? Because you kind of don't. Grace, it seems Babushka has given up for now. The village has been cleared and the strange writing and chicken legs are gone too. Her crows are still dancing in the sky though. She's still out there somewhere, but she can't do much without her men. Thank you very much for your help, Your Grace. I don't know what we would do without you. You are welcome. I'm happy to hear our villages are safe again. This was a difficult time for all of us. Your Grace, Sir Frederick is dead. Lord Jovan is responsible for ending his life. I don't regret this decision, not one bit. Why? What made you stoop to this? He had it coming. Frederick was an abusive scumbag. Lona, his wife, has endured a lot. Proving Noxie's a liar strengthened Frederick's ego. Happy that he put Noxie in his place, he started celebrating, drank to his heart's content. He felt invincible, wanted to show Lana, his wife, that he was a real man. What made you say? That's why to that, not why to what he said. I've heard enough. Thought you respected Sir Frederick. You didn't want to join my banner unless he did. He trained me. Sometimes he would be completely drunk, and I saw what he was like to Lena. A veteran, now a faded star, but once a real legend. I couldn't bear to watch him abuse her, but he was of a higher rank. I wanted him to join you first, as I didn't want to do anything that would upset him. I didn't want Lona to suffer for my decision, in case he didn't agree with it. I didn't realise that something else would set him off anyway. He always got abusive when he drank. Everyone knew about it. The guards, peasants, noble knights, right? Frederick would beat Lona up and wouldn't let her out. No one lifted a finger. Everyone was too scared to do anything. I couldn't watch. Go ahead, kill me if you must, but you know Frederick deserved this. So he killed him on the battlefield. You'll be freed. A sad day for the knighthood. I understand why you did this, Jovan. Your deeds are forgiven. You shall serve Davern in the upcoming battle. I suggest you stay out of sight for a while, just in case. Thank you, Your Grace. Was that the right thing to do? When a person you know dies, a skull icon will appear next to their profile. That means you can't interact with that lord anymore. Okay. So I didn't actually gain anything from that. I didn't even get a single soldier. It's time for the wedding, isn't it? I'll keep my word, don't worry. There won't be any wedding. My son, he overdosed on oracle dust. I found him lying in his bed, all covered in spit, vomit, and blood. This poison is spreading like a plague. I don't know what to say. Everything was set up, everything ready. Just had to wait until the battle, didn't you? If I hadn't prepared for the battle, it's possible there'd now be no Davern at all. Perhaps. But his daughter would most likely have survived to marry my son. Now I have nothing left. I hope you'll never have to live through your child's death. No, are they setting up? Like, even if I protested against Ivo, nothing would have happened. Are they setting up that Lasulia gets killed? I'm sorry, Eric, I won't be able to support your kingdom anymore. I need to focus on myself. I don't need you. I need your troops. Your Grace, I went outside to get some carrots from the pantry. I get back and all my pots, pans, jugs, cutlery, and mugs are smashed. Not even in the kitchen for a second. Doing of some imp, oh, I'm sure. Tried to lure out with some onions, but he's a clever little fellow. Worst part, it hasn't happened just once. Every time I go out, I come back to a devastated kitchen. That imp needs to be dealt with straight away. I cannot do anything. I am sorry. Imps just cause mischief. Won't be long before he's gone, I'm sure. I'm supposed to keep cleaning? That's ridiculous. Better prepare more onions. Maybe he'll come out eventually. I am sorry. Your Grace, I went to milk a cow this morning. To my surprise, our Ditty, the finest, healthiest cow in the village, was not giving anything. Some say her days are nearing to an end. I say we have a muddy prowling around. He crawls out in the night and milks the cow until he's full. Bloated, he rolls back to wherever he comes from. Youngsters are waiting for their milk, but I have nothing for them. How can we live like this? Here is a new cow. Muddies are practically untraceable. This gold will get you a new cow, or at least you can buy some milk at the market. I knew you would have a remedy to our problem. Poor Ditty will be replaced. Right. So we need to get allies, or we need to talk to King Varid. I may be of service. What can we do about Ivan Lasulia? I know we can't attack Hagos. Is there anything else we can do? We don't know yet what Ivor's plans are, but we need to get ready for when his army marches to Deverne. We need to focus on making more alliances with the lords and improving our castle's defences. We need to prioritise who receives our help, as we need all the gold we can gather. We do need to be careful, though. If your subjects are unhappy, they'll turn against us. We do not need that now. Thank you. Anything else? Battle preparations. Can our castle defend us? Current state of the walls isn't great. We should think about reinforcing the castle as much as we can. You'll be able to see the upgrades in the weekly summary. Oh no, that's the one we've just looked at. Change subject. Tell me about the kingdom. What would you like to know about your Grace? Oh, that's just the kind of how the thing works. Okay, that's all for now. Is there anything out here to talk to? Anyone out here to talk to? Yes. Yes, Father? There will be no wedding. Turns out there will be no need for the wedding. Really, what happened? Let's just say Lady Lena changed her mind. We won't need her alliance anymore. Thank you, Father. I don't know what changed your mind, but I'm really happy I can stay home. Me too. Sorry if I upset you before. It's alright, Father. How are you? I know recent events have been difficult on you girls. You mean the battle? Yes, and with Luli gone, I know you miss her too. I do, but it's fine, Father. We're going to be alright. I knew you could defeat the Radovians. It wasn't the easiest on Maya. She knew some of the people. We almost lost. We had no choice. You know that, right? Yes, I know that, Father. I'm just glad it's all over. Me too. So I think that's all we say here. And we can send the general off on the map. Do some more exploring. Maybe that will help. Darling, we barely won. To be honest, I have no idea what happened. We were losing. All I saw were fewer and fewer of our soldiers on the battlefield. I thought it was all coming to an end. Called for Ivor's army, but no one showed up. He wanted us to be unprepared. He hoped we'd be defeated. We gave him our daughter. Why would he do this? He knows we have no rightful heir. He's just a young king. He doesn't know what he's doing. He sent a letter. It arrived this morning. He said himself he hoped we would be defeated, and that he's going to have to finish us off himself. He announced a war. We have won against Rodovia, but I'm not sure we can defeat him. We've lost most of our men. Eric, what are we going to do? He has Lorsulia. I don't understand why he would do this. We'll work something out, sweetheart. You shouldn't worry. You're pregnant. We must avoid any complications with the pregnancy, my darling. How can I not worry? Fine, I'll try not to think about this. But you have to promise me you will find a solution. Let's stress her out about Lorsulia. Honey, I'm sorry about everything. What are you talking about? We won, didn't we? I know Ivor didn't help, but I thought everything was fine. It isn't. We've made a big mistake. I spoke to Lorsulia before the battle. Her neck was covered in bruises. She begged me not to say anything to him about it. I'm going to kill that wand out. Bruises? What? This can't be true. Was it Ivo? I've just spoken to her, but in the letters she seems so happy in Eterna. We can't let anything happen to Eric. We have to get her out of there as soon as possible. Who knows what this scum will do to her? I need some time to come up with a plan. Stay strong, honey. We will solve this. I really hope we do. I would never forgive myself otherwise. Right. Fine, I will stay here. Right, I think that is all the talky stuff we can do. So we'll send him off. This is where I'd like to know where the various places are. But we'll look into Wola, because that's down here. And that's that. And I've sent someone off for the ally. There we go. The King's Summit. Welcome, and thank you for arriving upon my request. I've asked you all here to seek your guidance, help even. Davern is in danger. As you may know, we just won a battle against Redovia, but a new enemy has arisen. Ivo, King Talos' son, is threatening my people. Even worse, he has my daughter. I fear for her. I suppose you're asking us for soldiers. What would we be up against, you know? Prior to the battle with Redovia, Talos offered me 3,000 men. We expect this is the army Ivo will bring against us. I've heard of bigger armies to be sure, not in a position myself to match it. Supposing Quarrel aids Davern, you'd still be 2,000 men short. Same with us. Prakis, while prosperous as always, has only ever had a small army at hand. 1,000 men is the best we can do. You're thinking you won't have to take the battle into an open field. Defending the castle with half as many men as the attacker will surely suffice. Will you all help us then? Davern can count on all your help then? Not so fast. Ivo was most likely preparing for this since his father's death. We don't have nearly as much time to prepare, get ready, and march this far. Even if we get right to it, it's not easy to move 1,000 men. If we buck right up, we might get to Garevno just on time. Timing isn't the best, yes, but even if we assume it will work out, it's not that simple, you see. With all these Redovians, I've had quite a challenge in the recent weeks myself. You're the main reason they're even here, wouldn't you agree, Eric? After your recent battle, numerous surviving Redovians have scattered throughout our lands. If you help me get rid of the leftovers, I'll give you my army. I want them all gone. Why not help the poor folks? Is killing them the only option? Not killing per se, just don't help them in any way. Eventually they'll have to move elsewhere, or they'll just die from starvation. Slaughter them all would be my advice. Who knows what they brought with them? Barbaric vermin can carry diseases, not to mention the monsters Eric has already had the pleasure of meeting. Trying to starve them will only make them more desperate, so they're more likely to be aggressive. Suppose he's not wrong. Not a fan of killing, but if I had to choose between my people starving and them, I'd choose them. What is wrong with all of you? You should help them. They're people like everyone else. I like you, Eric, so here's my counteroffer. Help any Redovians you come across and you'll have my army. Redovians this, Redovians that. Tired of this talk. I have no business with them. Yellis is far too distant for them to travel to, and I have nothing to gain from this conversation. I will take my leave. Let him go, the old fool. If the Redovians were able to march through the mountains, there isn't much stopping them marching to Yellis, in my opinion, but what do I know? Look, Eric, I reckon it will take Etana around 19 weeks before they manage to march an army to Davern. Why don't we meet then, and I'll see what I can do for you. Let's say, if I don't have any problems with the Redovians, then I will lend you my men. Is that how it is? Are you going to let people starve, Eric? Word gets around. If I hear that you're refusing to help the people of Redovia, you can count me out. How can I support somebody that's indifferent to people suffering? Didn't Ivo already call you a monster? Don't prove him right, Eric. Do what you must. I will see you in 19 weeks. I'll come around as well. We can go over everything once again. That could have gone better. Okay, so I'm only getting one of them. Varid, I thought you'd left. I was on my way and then ran into one of your daughters. Seems quite mature for her age. You see, a marriage for an army? I took you for a fool. I see I was wrong. What do you say then? Seems like I don't have a choice. It's my only option, isn't it, Varid? Well, how about I let you consider a while? If you want to take me up on my offer, send a pigeon with an invitation. I'll come back and we can take the next steps. You need to save supplies in order to prepare for the siege. To put supplies aside, click the plus next to the resources section. When you gather the nuts surprise, they will make a crate of food. To be able to feed everyone during siege, you'll need 5 crates of supplies. So, okay, I think I'll go there. Because then I've already got 3. I've got 3/5 of what I need, and then I can see what happens. Oh, and I still have the people I was allied with. Some of the people I was allied with, providing me with money and food. So that's good. Oh, that's telling me how much I've put in. So I put in 90. I'll hold this in case I have any requests. There's no upgrades. Right, let's progress. Week 32. So we're going up to week 50, which will be the year, pretty much. Perhaps we should consider Varid's offer more seriously. I'm sure Asali would love to hear about this. The kings have asked for us to complete impossible tasks. Even if we complete some of them, their armies might not arrive on time. We need to find another way to get more men. Who can help us now? The lords definitely won't be able to give us any more men after we lost all of their troops. We can muster the villagers. Every hand counts. We helped them before, it's time for them to repay the favour. I don't think many peasants can read, though, so sending pigeons won't work. It would be best to send agents and call for them directly, Your Grace. Fight peasants to the throne. Oh, that's someone for Solania. Send an agent to the chosen village on the map. Right, I'm going to go and talk to... Yes, because I've already summoned him, because I thought that that's how I would progress with getting allies. Yes, Father, King Varid asked for your hand. He told me he'd like to marry you. What? King Varid? But he's old, like, really old. You cannot make me marry him. Of all the people, why would you pick him? Hey, I haven't picked anyone yet. I haven't agreed to his offer yet. I wanted to see what you think first. I'm not sure why, I knew you'd never want this. Of course I wouldn't. I really hope we won't have to. Okay. Does anything come out of this? Did she say something now? Darling, Varid asked for Asalia's hand. Varid like to marry Asalia. He's offering quite a big chunk of army in return. What made him think that we would let Asalia marry him? We need a prince, not some old fart. He knows we're desperate for soldiers. There might be nothing left of the Fern if we lose. Are you suggesting we should agree to it? I don't want to do it, but if we don't gather enough soldiers, Etana will raise this place to the ground, along with all of us. Why don't we just flee? If we know we're going to lose, what's the point in trying? What sort of king would I be if I left my people to die? We've got to try. We still have some time to prepare. Hopefully other kings will agree to help us. What are we going to do, Eric? The gods have doomed us. We have no good fortune. Everything is just going horribly wrong. Sometimes I wish we were just peasants. Calm down. Everything is going to be fine. I'll make sure you and the girls are safe during the battle. You shouldn't worry so much. Go and lie down. Fine, I'll try and fall asleep. Having just disturbed and stressed me out. Yes. So I think we say no. And we'll work things out from there. I stopped at an abandoned house on the side of the road. It was full of pans of every sort of size, shape, and colour. Don't know who could have such an obsession with pans. While searching through them, I found some gold. Eric, you've sent for me. That is all. That's all for now. Very well.